I cannot skip the conversation without talking about Snapdragon 888 processor. So the reason is, yeah. So the reason is because recently we saw the launch of Galaxy S21. The S21 had an Exynos chipset inside for, let's face it, whatever the mobiles that are sold in India, especially coming from a Samsung flagship, we get Exynos version. We don't get a Snapdragon version for the most part. So people were very, kind of disappointed with the last year's flagship Note 20 and also the Note 10 Plus, which actually came with the Exynos version. So reason of disappointment is because the Exynos version was not performing as well as the Snapdragon, counterpart. The Snapdragon counterpart was performing a little bit better in terms of graphics as well as the CPU. But times are changing. Things are happening inside Samsung that Samsung's current chipset is actually bridging that gap. The latest Exynos that is in the S21 is actually bridging that gap, and it is the performance is very similar to Snapdragon 888. But nonetheless, as far as Qualcomm is concerned, this is their flagship device, flagship processor. So they're giving an infograph here. It is the biggest leap forward in terms of artificial intelligence. Maybe they're doing a lot of different computation under the hood, and including a lot of AI cores inside. So I've seen this inclusion of AI cores a lot. Last year when iPhone 12 was launched, they had a lot of, neural engine was updated too much, and even in the M1 chip they have a 16 core neural engine or something inside. So they're specifically focusing on the neural engine and AI capabilities of the chips in the recent year. It also has 5G connectivity with the 5G modem. Of course, 5G has to be there in a flagship in 2021. We are getting there. We are getting the infrastructure done. Maybe it has been delayed because of COVID in the last year, but I think 2021 they will lay down these this new infrastructure that we can finally enjoy 5G speeds. So it also has Wi-Fi 6, as you can see here. So Wi-Fi 6, you also need a router to run Wi-Fi 6 native. You want to get that speeds, but nonetheless, it is there. It'll be future proof for the people who use Snapdragon 888 version. So they also actually have one video here which I can play right now. So in this video, right, they're actually showcasing the capabilities of this processor. It's kind of a revealing video. So a lot of focus on the camera side, a lot of focus on the gaming, performance side, a lot of focus on how much this processor is capable of. Like I said, neural engine, a lot of focus on the AI capabilities. So if you see, the reason why I'm talking about the chipsets, right? When you see the chipsets, you will actually realize where software in the industry is also going, because the softwares that we write today need to cope up with the advances in the hardware. Especially, there is a lot of controversy that when it comes to software, right? Optimization is something that is not up to the mark when you compare it directly with the hardware. Hardware is super optimized. The kind of the amount of transistors that they use and the amount of chipsets that they build, right? The optimization part, software is you can consider it this way: if there is a room of 10 by 10 feet, and if you're writing only software, you might be filling only one third of the room inside. But hardware, it is not like that. They pack in billions and billions of transistors inside, and it's super optimized. So as software developers, we also need to think about optimization. And one of the reasons why Apple's products are running in a same performance, they're very performant, right? They get this performance even with only 4 gigabytes of RAM. So one of the reasons is the optimization. So looking at Snapdragon, we will see where software industry is also going. Lot of focus on AI, lot of focus on 5G and all such stuff. We're gonna have to see how this translates into real world performance as new devices come out with the Snapdragon 888 in 2000.
Literally can't wait to test these things for gaming. How good?
Yeah, mobile gaming, right? They are in a whole new league altogether. The kind of revenue, if you think about mobile gaming, I actually saw one chart where the kind of revenue was even higher than the desktop gaming. I'll cross check that chart and come back.
Nowadays it is. Nowadays, yes, it is.
Yeah.